sneakers, let's talk about shipping because that's the important one right now. Let's put focus on GE shipping. The ongoing Israel-Hamas war has impacted the shipping industry. Has it, or has it had any impact on rates? G. Shivakumar, who's the Executive Director and CFO at GE Shipping, joins us now to discuss just that. Thanks a lot, Mr. Shivakumar, for joining in. I mean, just wanted to understand, has there been any impact on freight rates, shipping routes, and the demand for oil tankers on account of the geopolitical uncertainty that we've seen from the start of this week?
Morning, Mangalam. Thanks for having me. Currently, no impact yet, and that's the headline news. There is no impact on shipping currently from the sad situation which we have in the Middle East. It's not on the main trade routes. There is no significant impact on cargoes either. So currently, no impact at all on shipping, including on any of the routes.
Is there any increase in demand for oil tankers because of the move that we've seen on crude prices lately?
Not really. In any case, we are due for an increase in demand for tankers. This is traditionally the stronger season for tanker demand and earnings. So we are due for an increase sometime in this quarter. So the last quarter of the calendar year and the first quarter following that are typically the stronger period for tanker demand as refineries back and they are running full tilt. We haven't yet seen that. And again, this event has not had any impact on the demand for tankers so far. Again, it's early days, but it's tough to see how it could have that impact.
Hi, Mr. Shivakumar. Good morning. Thanks so much for joining in. Nigel on this side. You're due for an increase, as you said. Could you give us an updated contract value? Normally, I think you break it down between dry, product, as well as crude. Updated number, and where could it move?
So typically, the crude tankers on average, and this is again very broad headline numbers, and these vary depending on the route. Across the board, the crude tankers are probably earning somewhere around $25,000 a day. The product tankers are also earning similar numbers, between $25,000 and $30,000 a day. For the tankers, it's lower than it was at this time last year. Last year, we had an unseasonally strong summer period, which was Q1, Q2 of the financial year. This time, it's been a little lower. And while still pretty profitable, they're lower than they were at this time last year. Coming to dry bulk is doing quite well. Cape sizes, which were earning $10,000 a day or less, are currently earning in the high 20s, so close to $30,000 a day. And when I say $10,000 a day or less, I'm talking about 2 months ago. The smaller bulk carriers are earning something like $14,000 to $16,000 a day on average. And all of these are spot market earnings for voyages which you fix today.
So from the last disclosed rates that you had, dry bulk, which was sub 10,000, has gone up to 15, 16 for the smaller one, gone up to 22 for the larger ones. Product from 30,000 has come down to around 25,000, between 25 to 30. And crude tankers, which you said were closer to 40, 45,000, have come down to around 25, 30 as well. Take that point. But, you recently also sold a dry bulk carrier, Jug Rohan, to a third-party buyer. Just wanted to understand how much did you sell it for? When does the money come to you, and whether you sold it for a profit or a loss, if you could give us those numbers.
Yeah, so we don't disclose details of the prices at which we sell because we have a confidentiality clause in our agreements. It is sold at a profit. We bought this ship when the market was pretty low in 2017. So there is a profit on sale. I won't go into what that number is. The ship will be delivered anytime now. Within the next couple of days, the ship will be delivered to the buyers. And again, this was the oldest bulk carrier in our fleet. So this is part of just
Could you give us a rough range? Could you give us a rough range of the profit? Not asking you for exact numbers, and we respect the confidentiality clause that you have. Just a rough range. Would it be, a couple of 100 crores, a couple of 1,000 crores? If you could just give us a sense.
This is an old bulk carrier, not in a high part of the cycle. It's nowhere near those. This is very small and
nowhere near which number, sir? The 1,000 or the 100?
Nowhere near even the 100.
Okay, that bit. Okay.
Okay. Are companies like yours buying any assets right now, or are prices very high? What is the way
So we
forward?
also did, yeah, sorry, Sonia. So we also did buy a product tanker. We've contracted to buy a product tanker, a 15-year-old MR product tanker, about a month ago, and we should get delivery sometime in the next couple of weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. So people are making these small investments. Again, prices are pretty high. I think I've mentioned in the past, prices are the highest they've been for tankers, are the highest they've been since the global financial crisis in 2008. So we're back to pretty high numbers. So you don't want to commit too much money in these markets. While the outlook is looking pretty solid, at least for tankers, you don't want to commit too much money in at these prices.
Got
But
it.
people are buying. There are buyers out there, and that's why prices have remained pretty strong.
Okay, so you are not committing any money at the moment, although people are buying in the market. Got that. Can you tell me about the offshore vertical margins? How are they? Are they sustainable at the moment? Can it get better? Are you renegotiating any of your contracts?
Yeah, we have assets up for repricing. So contracts, vessels and rigs which are coming off contract, which will be up for repricing. Repricings are all happening upwards. Market is strengthening every month. Every pricing is stronger than the previous one. So we saw the rig getting priced for 3-year contracts in the 80,000-ish range, $80,000 per day range. These are 3-year contracts, jackup rigs. Pricing
So
is, sorry?
No, so this 40 crore quarterly EBITDA that you've done has the potential to go and up and settle at what level?
Okay, offshore, I won't give a projection. I'll just give you some perspective. In the peak year, again, in a much stronger market than even today, that was FY16, the offshore business made an EBITDA of excess $150 million. So that's a 300 crore run rate per quarter. But that was at the top of the market with higher rates than we are seeing today also.
Okay, we'll let you go on that note. Thanks a lot for joining in. Appreciate your thoughts and all the best with the business and the way forward. That's G Shipping.